we go.
Hello everyone, this is John with Money on the Floor Currency Trader. And on Monday, a good friend of mine, Casey Stubbs, we're going to get together in our trade room and we're going to trade gold and try to pass a prop firm. The idea is to try to pass it in one day, but lately gold hasn't been moving a whole bunch, so maybe it might take a few more days, but we want to show how it's very accessible and easily done trading gold if you have the right trades. So, and that's the main thing we're going to be going over. We'll actually take a look at the charts today real quick. And let's see, there's one other thing I wanted to show is I will leave the link in the description down below. Plus, he actually did his own analysis. Now, I only watched part of it, but still, I didn't want to get too biased, so I knocked it off right away. This is his, so I'll leave the link for his video on his analysis. And we're going to get together and have two minds trying to trade gold and passing a $100,000 prop firm with a, I believe we get $4,000 loss. I have to check with him on that, I'm not sure. But we'll go over the parameters once we start the trade room. We'll go over it, we'll get a game plan, and we're going to get it done. So this way you can see how it's done, because they're not the easiest things to do. All it takes is one mistake and you fail, and maybe two. Maybe they give you 2 tries because you got so much you can lose per day. But it's not easy, and that's the whole thing I want to get at. It is not easy. It is very difficult. You need to have the right trades, the right day to be trading, and be very conscientious of your losses. I cannot stress that enough. So, but you need to get the right trades. You need to be able to stack upon those trades or not stack. It depends how the day is going. So we'll see how it goes. We'll take a look at the charts and go from there. But just I'm going to leave his link for the stream so that if you're not in my trade room and you're watching this on YouTube, you can watch it on his streaming. So he'll be streaming it, so I'll give you that link. Plus, check out his video, see what he says about gold and his attack on gold. So let's take a look at the charts here real quick. Let me pull this down. There we go. We got the charts. We got gold right here. Let's see. So right now we got a 4-hour chart. We're looking at gold, and if we zoom out, it's always best to zoom out. We can see right now it looks like was in a megaphone. So we have a megaphone, so possibly it's going to be doing a triangle. But let's zoom out on this real quick. Start out with a 4-hour chart. I'm mostly a scalper and a day trader, but I always start out scalping before I day trade. So I'm looking at the scalp, and then it runs into a day trade. That's how I trade. So for me, I really don't need to go over the 4-hour chart because the weekly and the daily get me biased, and I don't want to be too biased. I'm looking for obvious targets and obvious areas where it's going to go. And I'll show you how I go about that. So let me zoom out here real quick. So now we can see it zoomed out, and over here we had a nice move up. We had higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, broke it. So now we're actually in a box. And it looks like it tried to break out of the box. It did come down, so it did start making lower lows and lower highs until it broke that. So now we're in this box over here. And one thing I can tell you the market does like to do is it likes to make from here to here, it likes to make a triangle. And then from here to here, it makes a megaphone. Now it's trying to make another triangle. So we'll see how the market's going to do. We'll reevaluate it on a smaller time frame to take a look at it. But you can see we are actually in a range, so we can put some markers on that right here. So we're from about here, which is last week's low, till right in here. Probably right about there. And it goes all the way across. So it definitely had an M pattern right here. Came up, gave us an engulfing candle, shot back down. Now we know gold likes to make double tops or M's, and I don't see an M right there. So we're most likely, we've already come back down, we hit structure, and we broke it and went above another structure. So I think we're trying to go back up to make a double top. So I'm looking for bounces going up. We do have last week's high right here at structure. We have last week's high here, and then we have the daily high too. So right now we're looking for that to work out. Let me go down to a smaller time frame and take a look at it. So definitely we are in the middle. We have the daily range here, the high, and we have the daily range low. It's about evenly spaced. It usually starts out like that, and we got our structures evenly spaced. So as we go through the structure, if we break this structure, we're going to be selling down to this structure. If we go right now, we're looking to buy to this structure. Once we break that structure, we're looking to buy that structure. If we cannot break that structure, then we're selling back down to this structure. And that's usually how I operate. I'm looking for obvious trades, using price action, moving back and forth on the structures, also using patterns. So we're using triangles, megaphones, double tops, double bottoms, M's and W's, very important. And also we love the flag pattern, so if we can get a nice flag pattern in there, we'll definitely trade that. So now let's go from the 4 hour, let's go down in time frame. Let me go down to a 1 hour. There we go, bring it back. Now you can see here we've gotten just more candles involved. We can see that we actually had a megaphone coming in here. And from there we're going to come down, we're going to make a triangle. So it came back up, we actually had a triangle, megaphone to a triangle. See a triangle down to here, and now from here we're going to make another megaphone. So for it to make a megaphone, we got to come back down. So most likely it's going to pull back down or pull back up, because a megaphone can go up or down. Right now we got a sideways move, so if we can draw a trend line up and a trend line over here, that would be still a megaphone, and then from there it'll do a triangle, maybe a rising wedge. We could be doing a rising wedge looking at this, it's quite possible. If you draw a trend line here and one across there, we'd have a rising wedge coming up, but we are on top of structure. Now one thing you'll see on the 1 minute, on the hour chart, is that we're underneath the 50 but above the 200, so we're kind of stuck. The 200 is definitely stronger, but it's also a magnet. Since we already broke it, came back down to retest it and went up, now we're messing around with the 50. It looks like we're trying to break the 50 and then go on up to last week's high and then go up to the daily high, which is the top of structure, which is basically making our structure right here. So we're going to try to get up into there, and hopefully we're going to go all the way up and make a double top. That would be great on Monday, because that would give us a lot of room to run. So we'll definitely be looking forward to this. Let me go down a little bit smaller in time frame. Just usually I'm running off the 15-minute chart, so let's take a look. Let me bring this back here real quick. There we go. Now you can see here we're just sideways. We had an M at the top, which is also a double top, came back down. We do have a double bottom here, so it may be making a W and then going back up. Did the same thing here, went back up, so we could easily be trying to go back up to these highs, so it could still be in a box. Now if it breaks structure and it goes below, then we know that we're going down. Then we're going to trade it from this structure to that structure. And as soon as it changes its mind, if it doesn't go, because people say, well, what happens if it fails and it breaks back up? Well, then obviously we close the trade, and now we're going to buy and go up to the top. So this would be the top. We know this around here would be the bottom. So right now we're at this structure. So until we break this structure, we're looking for buys. Now we do have the 200 moving average and the 50 in our way, so we'd have to cross those. But once we got above those, it would be all go up to the structure. So we'd be trading pretty heavily on there. But if we break it, we're looking to trade back down. The first trade will trade smaller to prove it's going to go. Once we have proof it's going to go, and the pattern's showing us something that we like, and we look good on structure and everything else looks nice, we're going to be taking that down. So there's a lot of things we're looking at. We're looking at the MACD, we're looking at the RSI, we're looking at the moving average, also we're looking at patterns. So patterns are very important, and price action is going to lead us into that direction. Now usually we're going to be trading Sunday. Usually I trade Sunday for the Asia and London. So as it comes back down, whether if we're going down or going up, we know that once we get into New York, it's going to go the opposite direction. So if London takes us to the upside, we know that once we get into New York, we're going to head back down. So maybe that will be the plan. So we'll take a look at that. Either way, I'm very excited to get with my good buddy and be trading gold and trying to help him pass a prop firm. This is going to be awesome. Like I said, the links will be in the bottom so that you can be there for his YouTube channel, for his streaming. Now if you are in the trade room, then just show up to the trade room and you'll be right there with us, trading it live with us, so it'll be awesome. But if not, you're more than welcome to watch it on the streaming and learn what you can, because this is an awesome way to trade gold. We're going to go over the way he trades and the way I trade and see how they work together. And I'm sure they do, because he's been a great mentor of mine. I've been trading under him for a long time. He's a great mentor, and he turned me into a great mentor, and that's what it's all about. So good people know good people, good traders know good traders, and that's what it's all about. So we want you to get with us and trade with us and learn with us and become great traders. So we're here to make money. We want you to make money. Please come and watch and learn. And his analysis, his link will be down there too, so you can check out his analysis. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Have a great day. Let's make money in the markets. I look forward to passing this prop firm. Okay, bye-bye.